Good morning, people. Christian from the Germans are coming here, and today I'm going to set up two more garden beds for our new garden. It's a sunny Sunday. Everything is still wet. The grass is still wet. It's 9 a.m. on a Sunday. I'm not sure what I'm doing out here. Anyways, I want to plant some flowers that Nat selected that are supposed to be special for the channel. However, I'm not sure they are still gonna work this year. I'm kind of speculating these will work because all the seasons are kind of shifting. The last couple of years we were getting really high temperatures and summery-ish temperatures to September, October. So I'm kind of hoping that this happens again this year, and then it should work. If not, just gonna try again next year. And the second one is something that I can still do until I think 10 days from now, 7 days from now. And I hope that everything is prepared. I will check that. If not, I will at least prepare the bed for it. I need to fix the wheelbarrow before I actually start, so that's first. I was in the hardware store yesterday and I wanted to buy a pump to fix the wheel on the wheelbarrow. However, the guy in the hardware store was like, yeah, those that we have are for cars, and they're probably like, more than you are willing to pay. And I was like, yeah, so what's the deal? Yeah, just, go to the sports equipment store across the hallway. It's in one shopping center. And just go and ask there. You probably pay less. That was quite honest of this guy, and I didn't expect that. So that's what I did. I went across the hallway into the sports equipment store, and I was completely overwhelmed with the selection. So I went to the guy, to clerk, and said, dude, I just need one that works. No fancy blah blah, I don't care. And he gave me this one. It's huge, but it's like $10. So, as long as it works, I don't care. So let me set everything up. I will fix the wheelbarrow. I hope it doesn't squeak anymore after this, and then we'll start. And depending on how far I get and how long it takes, I also want to start working on these. It's gonna be a very wet situation because there's still water in these trees, and it was raining yesterday evening again. And if I start cutting them now, I will probably get a wet bag or something. That's not comfortable. All right, I'm gonna start setting up, and then I'll see you in a moment. Let's hope this works. Yep, looks good. Oh, I'm done already. Nice. This wheelbarrow is like, I don't know how many years old. I purchased it when I started the garden the first time, and has been standing here ever since. It was just annoying because the wind always blew it over because the wind is coming from that direction, and I don't have a tool shed, something that I wanted to look into, but I don't have the room. Actually, I calculated that a little bit. I don't have the room. I don't know how to deal with that situation. Anyway, I think it's fixed now. I will do a quick test run here and see if it still squeaks, and if it doesn't squeak anymore, I'm going to do what I actually set out to do. I'll see in a second. Well, looks like it doesn't squeak anymore, just because we put some air in the tire. Now I'm going to go down to the garage. I put some stuff there, and it's the driveway is an inclined plane, and I didn't want to carry it up, so I'd rather use the wheelbarrow for a moment. Okay, so first part is done. Whew, that was a workout. Now I'm back in the shadow in the garden. The sun is starting to become really warm. It's about, what, 9:30-ish? 9:40. And it's really coming down there. Here it will only be in the afternoon. Although the raspberries will get some sun before, since we took down that Irish tree. Good, anyways, what's the plan? I have two different kinds of soil in here. One being compost and two bags being normal garden soil. So the flowers don't really need that nutrition-rich soil, right? I can just plant them basically anywhere. So one of the bags of normal gardening soil is going into, I don't know which of these either. I need to determine the sunny period stuff, so on and so on. I might actually consider putting them back there because there's more sun. And the flowers, I know they love sunlight, so I might reconsider the positioning there. But I'm going to do that later. First, I need to do some other chores around the house, and then later on, when the temperature has heated up a little bit and it becomes, because I'm sweaty now, and without the sun, it's a little bit chilly. And I have the time, so I might actually do something else and then go back. Just one quick update. There's a lot going on here. Like, look at this. There, and in the big bed where the sunflowers are, the zucchini is also starting to loom. It's going to be a harvest, and considering that the weather is supposed to be really good next week and sunny, and you know, I just need to make sure that I water them enough in the morning before I start working, because vacation is over. Next week I start to work again, and when this is done, I might actually have zucchinis this year from my garden. I just realized that I was watching one of Chad's videos from Adler Farms, and he was eating zucchinis with his sons. And I'm like, dude, you could have that too, maybe with cheese on top. So looking forward to that. All right, here we go. These are the two things I'm gonna plant here today. I got one potato. I liberated that from Nat's kitchen. She was not happy with it. Originally I wanted to have 3. She said you can have 1. All right, let's see if this works. So that potato is the one that I'm allowed to use. You can plant them up until 9 days from today. They like sunny spots, so I'm going to put that behind the house, on the west side where the sun is coming around. I debated, as I told you earlier, to actually put it on the lawn, but I decided against it after a little bit of contemplation. Reason being, I don't want the weight of the bucket to destroy the lawn. That's essentially it. I could do it, and I did it with the cucumbers and one of the sunflower pots. That was a conscious decision to do it this way, and I think I might benefit from that. That's where the garden beds go anyways in the future, right? So it's not a big deal, but I don't want to risk it with these things because I don't know if that's gonna work out. This is the second thing I'm gonna plant. It's cornflowers, and I just love the color. I got way too much soil. Since I'm gonna use 1 bucket. If I only have 1 potato, I'm only going to use 1 bucket. So I'm going to use the upper one and the second one. That being normal gardening soil, that being compost, as potatoes are, you know, like a heavy consumer on nutrients. I decided I need some compost in there as well, just to potentially give it a start. Temperatures are supposed to become higher next week, so I kind of hope that this kickstarts it. We'll see. I'm gonna fill up the bin and then plant the potato, and obviously the cornflowers as well. put in the soil. There you go. I intermixed it a little bit, just, you know, not to have everything in one spot. And now I'm gonna plant the potato. It was heavy, the bags were heavy. I was actually thinking I would only need half the compost bag for this bin, but it's so big, so... If that thing works, there's plenty of room for the one potato to grow in and give me plenty of potatoes. And if that works out, we're gonna have more potatoes next year. As potatoes also like it sunny, I'm kind of arguing sun is coming around here. It's gonna shine here first. However, and that's the point, I also want to put the cornflowers in here, which is probably completely overpowered, oversized. So I'm putting the potato here and I will put the cornflowers here. So let's see. I'm supposed to put that somewhere here-ish with the sprouts to the top. Put it a little bit, not too hard, as it likes to grow. That's what I read. So I just put a little bit. This is very humid, probably because the bags were out in the rain. It says between the rows I should have some distance. It doesn't say that I should have distance between the plants. So let's just make 2 rows and see how it works out. You know, put some in between just for fun days. So, here we go. Never done this before. Let's see how big the seeds are actually. Huh, interesting. I might have to thin them out when the time comes. Yeah, this one, please. Okay. Put that inside here. A little soil on top. I will keep the rest. We'll keep the rest. See what happens. I'm also putting some in this bin. There is room. I think I put the thyme in there, but nothing comes out of it. So I'm just gonna put some more seeds over here because I have them. You know. Let's see. Maybe that works out. Where are you going?
The horsey.
She's going to the horsey. I have a little more stuff to do. I want to cut these.
I was asking you. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to come with
I know,
me,
but
obviously not.
I want to trim the branches from the trees. So
Anyways, I'm taking your piece because I couldn't find it.
because I have them.
Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye bye.
I let the dog out.
Yeah.
You let the dog out.
You. There's the dog. Hey, doggy. Zikari, what are you doing? You're going to pee on the floor unceremoniously, as you usually do. Yeah, eat some grass. I have a sheep. I don't have a dog. I don't know why. There will be a special episode about this dog because that is quite an interesting story with her. Goody. I'm gonna clean this mess up. I will keep that that third bag of soil for emergencies and for, you know, whatever planting might come. It's July, so most of the planting should have been done by now. I'm actually very happy that I was able to do that potato thing still, because I had that on my list for quite a while, and now that worked. Or we'll see if it works, right? Okay, I'm gonna set up the camera for the bush trimming, and then I'll give that a try, and after that I think we'll conclude. There's still enough to do around the garden. One should think, and I got a comment about that the other day, one should think that with a small property like we have, right, it's a couple of 100 square meters, that you should be done at some point. But you're not, you're never done. So that's something that I needed to realize. You're never done. You constantly have to work on this. And that's actually the part that makes me a little bit excited about it. There's always something to do, there's always change, and I want to keep changing. Okay, I'm back in the north side of the garden, and I am about to trim this tree and this tree. These branches are very low, and I want to cut out the lower branches to make sure of two things. A, they are really interfering with my lawnmower activities, and B, they are keeping the humidity down on the floor, thus propagating the growth of moss and so on and so on. I don't like that. I want more light in the garden, I want more light on the grass. And I talked to the professional garden contractors, and they said you need to make a little more room down here if you want the grass to have a chance at any point. Now I know that Nat likes the moss, however, it's still interfering with my lawnmower stuff, and I scratch my arms every time I try to mow anything below here. So we agreed, I'm not gonna scarify this area at all. So I will just let nature take its course here. However, I'm going to cut these branches just to make sure that I can do the gardening chores like mowing the lawn, etc. I'm also gonna cut the other tree, not the Cornell one. That's gonna happen potentially next year only because the ribes are not that big that it's necessary yet. But the other fir tree in the front, I'm not sure I'm gonna get to this today. I want to do this. I don't know how long this takes, so if it's just a 5-minute job, I might, do all 3 of them. But I'm definitely going to do this, and then we'll see if we get to the fir tree in the front. So I got myself a special tool for these branches. The challenge is more like, do I get down there and can actually do it? So much for that. Camera! Oh wow, that was surprisingly easy. I'm not unhappy with this. What do you think? This gives way more air. There's another dead branch that I'm going to take, and one on the other side. So these 2 are gonna go, and then I think that should suffice. Let's get to it and then go to the second one. This is just a small branch. This one is almost dead. I'm going to take this out. And this. There's so much dead wood here.
Looking better, right? It's a little bit still there in the back that I might get now, but the main part is good. I debated whether or not I should cut them in front here, and I might just take out a few small. Sorry, I just dropped the tool. I might take out a few smaller ones. My arm is hurting. Just to get more, essentially more range in here, right? So if I cut up the tops here, like this, the thing is losing needles like crazy. I don't know why. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not unsatisfied. I will take out this one there and a couple of smaller ones back there, and then I'm done. So that's a lot of air that this tree is now gonna get, a lot of air that the lawn is gonna get. There was even some flowers down here that I didn't know I had. I need to figure out what this is. There will be a video about all these flowers that the pre-owners planted here and what they actually are, how they bloom, etc., etc. But I'm not unsatisfied with my day's work. Planted some stuff, cut some stuff. Now I'm gonna clean up. I'm not gonna film that. So thanks for watching. Again, this transformation journey is not at an end. And there will be more. I need to prune more bushes over there. I need to prune some ivy over there. I planted some new stuff, so I'm excited to see what that turns out like. You just heard that Nat is going to the stables for the horse, which is something that I want to take you guys to as well. We want to talk about our dog Zikari, who is a special place, or has a special place in our hearts and our family. So that's all to come within the next couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video. If you liked it, share it as well. That helps out. And then I see you for the next one in a couple of days. Have a nice day. Bye bye.